This is what we're doing. Okay, we're going to identify and apply properties of polygons. It's a new unit, unit 7. We're going to do one more small little unit before the end of the 9 weeks. Before we get to thank you. Before we get to the last 9 weeks. Okay, so end of the 3rd quarter. So remember, take your tests if you're taking. All right, we'll get you the test grades soon this week. Hopefully, people are still finishing. Obviously, we'll have a quiz next Thursday over at Polygons, and it starts. By the way, if you're testing, SOHCAHTOA is on the board if you need that and all that good stuff. So, without further ado, what are the names of these 3 figures? So hopefully, you learned this in like elementary school. But what's the name of this shape? So, how many sides does it have? Number 1. Don't look. Do your test. 8? Is that what you said? Okay, you're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8-sided figure. It's called a what? Octagon, okay? Like where the UFC fight. Papa, give me the octagon. All right, number 2. You count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do y'all know what a 6-sided figure is called? Yeah. Yes, but do your test. Hexagon. And hexagon and 6 both have an X. That's a way to remember that one. Number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do y'all think? Okay, it's a pentagon. These are all examples of polygons, but this is specifically a pentagon. You've probably heard words with penta in them, and they're having to do with 5. Okay, pentagon. Now, stay with me. We got short little notes. Pretty easy assignment. Today we're spending 1 day on this stuff because tomorrow we got to move on to the next thing. Got to stay on track and finish on time. So.
Sir, can I use your restroom real quick?
Yeah. How about after? Please. Here we go. On our notes. Thought I opened that up. Crazy. Here we go. Now, I'm not going to lie, the little blanks are really small. So you're going to have to either write small or get creative here, okay? But like the objective for today and the title of these notes, okay? This first blank is going to be polygons, okay? So make sure you're working on your test if you have a test. A polygon, again, I know it's not a lot of room here. Okay, I did my best. So everyone's filling this in. Polygon is that first blank. Underline this. It is closed, meaning it's obviously not open, right? Hey, no phones. You have a blank sheet of paper? You doing that? Okay. Focus on that, not up here. Now, it's made of line segments. Now, the reason why this is important is because they are straight sides. I'll write that down. Straight sides. So no curves. If you see a curve, that's not a polygon. Okay? All right. You have to have at least 3 angles and 3 sides. Okay? And then we can name them. Now, maybe you could fill this out on your own, or maybe most of it, but let's do this. We should know what a 3-sided figure is called, right? A triangle, basic triangle. This next one confuses people. What do you call a 4-sided figure? Not a square, not necessarily. Okay, Quadrilateral is what you call every four-sided figure. Now, a specific quadrilateral could be a square or a diamond or a rhombus or a rhombus or a kite or a parallelogram, which I've got a fun song for that one. Y'all like songs, right? Yeah. All right, well, anyways, quadrilateral. Cool. Number five-sided figure. We already talked about on the warm-up. Pentagon. And again, from our warm-up, six-sided figure, the hexagon. Six, hex, they both have an X. Now here is the one that doesn't have like a cute way to remember. Maybe you can think of one. Well, do y'all know what a seven-sided figure is called? So some people say it that way. The way we do it here is heptagon with an H. But there are sometimes more than one way you might see it. But heptagon, don't really have a fun way to remember that. It is what it is. Number 8, we already talked about on the warm-up, is an octagon. Number 9, this kind of sounds like 9, and it's a non-agon. None of your business. Non-agon. Okay, and then 10, take a guess, 10 sides. What do you call 10 years? Like the 80s and the 90s. Yeah. 80s and 90s are decades, so a 10-sided figure is a decagon. Decagon. Now there's something weird here. If you look at your chart, they skipped number 11, went straight to 12. So I'm gonna make a little note here. Draw an arrow right in between 10 and 12, and I'll give you 11 for funsies down here. Okay, 11 is an undecagon. Maybe you can remember that it's uno more than a decagon. Undecagon. And 12 is a dodecagon. Dodecagon. Almost is like dose more than a decagon. Dodecagon. Doesn't perfectly work, but decagon is 11, dodecagon is 12. Now after that, we kind of get lazy and give up, and we just say n-gon. Okay, n-sided is an n-gon, and here's what I mean. 13 sides, you can think of just saying 13 gon. We literally just say the number and then gon. 20-sided figure, 20 gon. 100-sided figure, 100 gon. Now technically there are names for all these, but I'm not going to have y'all memorize and remember everything. So again, after 12, we can just call it the number of sides. Gon. Okay, let's do some notes here. A polygon is called convex. That'll barely fit, so either write really small or write it right above it. A polygon is convex if no line that contains a side of the polygon contains a point in the interior of the polygon. What does that mean? Well, basically every interior angle is going to be less than 180. Or another way to say convex is that every corner, every vertex points out. It's convex. Every corner is pointing outwards. So obviously if it's not convex, it's going to be looking different, right? What we call it not convex, you can either just literally say non-convex, but you're not going to hear me say that. You're going to hear me say the word concave. Concave. So you either have a convex shape or a concave shape, and notice that phrase has the word cave in it. Let me draw you a little picture here. Okay, this shape is a 5-sided figure. This is a pentagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 sides, okay? In this pentagon, 5-sided figure, do you see that this vertex right here is pointing inwards? If one of your corners, one of your vertices is pointing inwards, it's called concave. And it looks like it's caving in. Get it? Concave is caving in. Kind of makes sense, right? Yeah. Yeah. I can't hear you. Okay, wait. Hey, either applaud or don't. Now, concave caves in. Convex does not. That's the easy way to remember it, okay? So on ABC, tell me, is it convex or concave? So letter A, is this, or sorry, first of all, is letter A polygon? Polygons are closed with straight lines. So is it polygon? Yes. Instead of just saying yes, name it. What's the name of this polygon with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sides? Octagon, right? So we know this is an octagon because we've already kind of said it twice. Octagon. Whoops. And then, is it convex or concave? What do you think? Convex or concave? Does it cave in anywhere? It's all pointing outward, so this is convex. Cool. Letter B. Is this a polygon, first of all? It's got a curve on it. Curves are not polygons, so you could put not a polygon. Don't worry about convex or concave. If it's not a polygon, it doesn't matter. Letter C. Is this convex or is this a polygon, first of all? Keep working. What do you think? Okay, it is all straight lines, nothing's open. Let's count the number of sides to name it, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-sided figure. What's the name of a 12-sided figure? Dodecagon. So yes, it's a polygon, it's a dodecagon. Is it concave or convex? Do any of those corners go in? So it caves in, it's called concave. Right here, 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 and here. Each of those vertices, corners, cave in, it's concave, okay? Careful with that. What about these next three? I accidentally printed it with the answers on here. So let's at least look at them, okay? Convex octagon. Do you see how all the corners are pointing out? And it's 8-sided, right? I mean, could you draw that on your own? Wait, did you finish? All right, keep working. Make sure you're working on your test, not looking at me. Everybody, don't look at me. Can't see me. Okay, octagon. So you could draw this. Now look at B, concave heptagon. So look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sides, and it looks like a Pac-Man head because it's caved in, right? So concave at that vertex. And then C is a convex decagon because there's 10 sides and they're all pointing out on the corners, the vertices. That's great. Here's some more vocab. Ready? Write this down. We already have used this word, equilateral. Means all sides are congruent. And we've also used this word before, equiangular, which means all angles in the interior are congruent. Sides are congruent, angles are congruent. Inside. Getting this down? So if all the sides are equal, if all the angles are equal, there's a special name for if both are true, and that is regular. Both equilateral and equiangular. If it's not regular, it's irregular. Not all. So if it's quote unquote perfect, where all the sides and all the angles match, then you call it regular. What do you call a regular quadrilateral when all the sides and the angles are the same? But what kind of quadrilateral? Specifically, the name of the type of quadrilateral where all the sides and the angles are the same. It's called a square. Okay, square isn't square. All the sides are the same and all the angles are the same, right? We'll get to that later. But look at number 1 here. Tell me, is it a polygon? Number 1. Polygon or no? See or no? No? Okay, it's not open. No curves. It is a polygon. What's the name of it when it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides? Pentagon. Now, while we're here, we can just answer this question. Is it regular? What do y'all think? Are all the sides the same? Now, you're kind of just having to guess by looking at it, but the sides look all the same. The angles look all the same. This is actually a regular polygon, okay? Normally it's going to be labeled, okay? Regular. Is this concave or convex? Convex, okay? Very good. Number 2, is this a polygon? What do y'all think? Someone over here. Is this a polygon? Number 2? Yes? Okay, it is. Let's count the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do we call a 7-sided figure? You doing the notes with us? No? Why not? Where's your pencil? Do the notes. Okay, 7-sided figure is a heptagon. We wrote it at the top of our page. If you missed it, I'll get it to you here in a minute. Heptagon. Now, is this regular or irregular? Okay, it is irregular because not all the sides are the same. Definitely not all the angles. Concave or convex? Concave, you see this one right here, caves in. Concave. Number 3, polygon or no? It's curved, so not a polygon, and that's the answer. That's it. Not a polygon. Now, last 3 here. Is this regular or no? 1 tick mark, 1 tick mark, 1 tick mark, 2 tick marks means that one is different, so they're not all the same. So it's irregular, not regular. And is it concave or convex? All the corners are pointing out. It's convex. By the way, what's the name of that shape if it's 4-sided? Quadrilateral. Number 5, is this regular or irregular? Regular. Hey. Yeah, you put that phone away. Regular, because all the sides are the same, right? 1 tick, 1 tick, 1 tick, 1 arc, 1 arc, 1 arc. That is a regular triangle. Is it convex or concave? Convex. Okay. And of course, we know this is a triangle. Number 6. Now, 6 kind of looks like a triangle, but it's not. If you count the sides, there's 4 sides. And you tell me, what do we call that 4-sided figure? Quadrilateral again. Is it regular or irregular? Okay. Well, it looks like the angles might all be the same, maybe, except for this one in the middle. Okay. So 1 arc, 1 arc, 1 arc, but this big weird one right here, that doesn't match, right? 1 tick, 1 tick, 2 tick, 2 tick. They're not all perfectly the same. This is irregular. And is it concave or convex? What do y'all think? Both? What? Concave or convex? Concave. Look at this one vertex right here pointing inward. If it caves in once, it's concave, right? All right, so that's it for the notes. The assignment is like due tomorrow. We're not spending a whole nother day on this because it's pretty straightforward, right? I'm going to pass this out, and then tomorrow we're moving on to the next notes. Cool. Here we go.